Greetings, Slackers. It is July 7th, 2016, and I'm here with some new news coming straight at you off of the dailymail.co.uk. This is a story that I was following up on, and I wanted to share with you guys. YouTube and Facebook banned video vigilante who posed as a minor online to expose predators after luring them to meet for sex, after two of them sue him for defamation. By Coletta Raman. YouTube and Facebook appear to have removed the videos made by a vigilante who posed as a minor online to expose men approaching them for sex. Zach Swears, 23, of Grand Rapids, Michigan, began posting videos of his stings to catch alleged sexual predators on a website, YouTube channel, and Facebook page under the name Anxiety War months ago. But the clips were recently removed after two people filed lawsuits against Swears. MLive reports. And there's a picture of him, and it goes on to continue here. Swears caught the accused pedophiles by responding to their Craigslist ads and would chat with the men pretending to be a young girl of 14 or 15 before setting up a meeting. Then when they showed up to the meeting, Swears would confront them and film the encounter as he revealed the truth. 7 men were arrested for allegedly accosting a child for immoral purposes after Swears took his video and cell phone evidence to police earlier this year. But afterwards, Kent County Prosecutor William Forsyth said they would stop charging people Swears targeted. In one video posted in April, Swears went to a meeting armed with what appeared to be a handgun in a holster. Forsyth asked Swears to stop his freelance law enforcement due to the dangerous nature of it, according to MLive. Fortunately, no one has gotten physically injured yet, but I fear your actions could end with the person not choosing to leave, but instead assaulting you. Anyone with a video device nearby and or some uninvolved passerby, Forsyth told Swears in a letter. And in May, one of the men sued Swears for defamation. Another of the men, who was never charged after being caught up in one of Swears' stings, also filed a lawsuit recently. Now, all but one of Swears' videos have been removed. In the remaining video on the Anxiety War YouTube channel, Swears discusses the first lawsuit filed against him and asks his followers for financial help to pay for an attorney. He has also set up a GoFundMe page to raise money to pay his legal fees. In a post on the page, Swears says he is being sued for defamation and privacy invasion. He says he is also being sued for using the plaintiff's name and image for monetary gain. Swears insists he never benefited financially from that or any other video he made. Quote, I believe that simply telling people that some adults are willing to have sex with children doesn't sink in enough if we want the public, especially parents, to be as much aware of this issue as possible in today's increasingly surreptitious internet age, he wrote. Quote, that's why I show people, that's why I publish the video, to spread awareness through realism and, as a result, vigilance that is so much needed. The page, which was set up on June 20th, has since raised more than $26,000. Daily Mail Online has contacted YouTube and Facebook for comment. And what I wanted to say about this was, a lot of people watched a few years ago this whole To Catch a Predator show, and it really put the spotlight on men being pedophiles and, their intentions of wanting to meet someone younger online for a possible sexual encounter. And while I don't agree with law enforcement doing it, let alone television sensationalizing it for the purposes of shaming men and, their sexual desires, I think this guy's a little out of bounds on what he was, doing. And it is dangerous. You might think, well, this is kind of ballsy and he's doing the right thing. He's showing, people who are out there wanting to meet up with underage minors. But at the same time, that's not his job nor his responsibility. And to act in accordance with law, the best you can do is maybe see if you could tag along with the police and, if they're setting up these things, see if you can do a report on it and maybe capture some live video footage, but let law enforcement handle that end of it rather than taking it up upon yourself. While it is true that you do have men out here who are trying to meet up with underage women or young girls, at the same time, that's sort of a personal matter that the best thing you can do is try to educate parents and show them that, you know, look at this article here, priest in training, 23 years, sentenced to 16 years in jail. And, this guy, this is another story. I had read this maybe a week ago. This guy was trying to meet up with women who were outside of the country down in Mexico and exchange money with them to have them sell their daughter or toddlers to him so he could, sexually assault them. And, when stories like this come out in the news, again, it's okay to report on it and so forth, but to set up your own sting operation to try to, shame and expose people, not only is that dangerous, it's foolish, and that's not really a job. The best thing we can do out here is try to reach out to single mothers who do have children and let them know that this type of behavior does exist. And here's the type of things that you can do to minimize, an encounter with this type of individual, because these people groom and they sit back online and, they talk and they try to pose as children themselves. And so it's best to make parents aware that these are the kinds of dangers that are on the internet. But these are just my thoughts I wanted to throw in. And, I know that Craigslist is a major source of this type of activity as well as Backpage. Do leave me some comments down below. The link to this will be in the description box. Share your thoughts, and I'll catch you in the next one.